Coming up tonight on SLU News 22.
SLU's acapella success,
Recyclemania,
Grammy highlights,
and the Billikens continue to roll on the court.
plus national news and weather. Live from the Busch Student Center, this is SLU News 22.
Good evening, I'm Jill Swed.
And I'm Abby Para.
Thanks so much for joining us this evening. The Student Government Association met last week for their first meeting of the semester. SGA President Vidur Sharma provided an update on the progress of the Presidential Search Committee, saying that the progress is, quote, moving along nicely. Sharma also briefly mentioned steps being taken to improve on-campus residence options for students. The Department of Housing and Residence Life is creating a master plan to outline the current and future needs of student housing, including the possibility of building renovations and new options for campus living.
The U-News reports that next year's SGA Assembly will be 68% smaller. On November 13th, a bill was passed by the Assembly to reduce the total number of senators from 63 to 43 for the 2014-2015 school year. Members of SGA state that the goal of reducing the size of the Senate is to create a more efficient and effective governing body. 4 diversity leadership cabinet seats will be added to Senate. SGA elections are right around the corner. Candidate applications are due February 6th by 5 p.m. Election day is February 25th.
Well, it was a very chilly start to the morning today. I bet just the way you wanted to kick off your new week. Meteorologist Sean Everson is here with a first look at our forecast. And Sean, is this bitterly cold air going away anytime soon?
Well, in the next 24 hours, no. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Today we started out in the single digits and really didn't warm up too much. And right now we are still about the mid-teens, 14 here in St. Louis and Chesterfield and St. Charles, and 15 in Belleville. In Waterloo, we only reached a high temperature of 17 degrees this afternoon, and we're going to see more cold air tonight, even colder than last night. We'll see mostly clear skies, very frigid as temperatures drop all the way down to 1 degree, but the good thing is the winds are dying down, so it won't be nearly as windy as it was last night. So though it will be 1 degree, the wind chill will not be very bad. But I'll have more good news in my forecast coming up in a few minutes. I'll let you know about a warming trend coming up by the end of the week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sean. We'll be looking forward to that warm-up. SLU's very own Asta Acapella, Bare Naked Statues, Beyond All Reason, and Decadence will be competing in the Midwest Region quarterfinals of the International Championship of Collegiate Acapella this Saturday, February 1st. The competition will be held at the E. Desmond Lee Concert Hall on the Washington University campus here in St. Louis. The singing begins at 7 p.m. If you want to see your favorite SLU a cappella groups perform, student tickets are available on the Varsity Vocals website for $15.
SLU is preparing for its 4th year participation in Recyclemania. Recyclemania is a national competition amongst us universities to educate and take part in recycling. Students can help by placing recyclable items in blue recycling bins throughout campus between Sunday, February 2nd and Saturday, March 29th. Campus-wide events will also be held to educate and encourage school-wide recycling efforts. Students can also donate shoes to help fund clean water facilities in Haiti and Africa. To get involved, contact SLU Sustainability Advisory Council.
SLU's 3rd annual Super Bowl is this Wednesday, January 29th. It will be held in the atrium of SLU's Cancer Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. For $5, donors will receive soup, bread, dessert, and a drink. All proceeds benefit Relay for Life. Don't go away. We'll be right back with international news.
We are all.
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 We are all. We are all.
We are all.
Billikens.
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 Billikens. Billikens.
And welcome back. A Royal Caribbean cruise was cut short today after an outbreak of acute gastroenteritis. More than 600 passengers and crew members have become ill. The illness is believed to be a neurovirus, which is the most common foodborne illness in the United States. The cause of the outbreak, although, is still unknown. Once the ship returns to shore, it will receive a thorough disinfecting.
In October of 2013, FBI investigators arrested several administrators of the Silk Road, an online marketplace for the sale of illicit drugs and services. On Sunday, Bitcoin CEO Charlie Shrem was arrested on money laundering charges in relation to Silk Road. In addition, an underground Bitcoin trader, Robert Fiala, was also arrested on charges of money laundering. The two are accused of selling more than $1 million of Bitcoin, an online form of currency, to users of the Silk Road. More arrests are still taking place while the Silk Road continues to operate.
Coming up next, a look at your workweek forecast. Stay tuned. And welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Sean Everson is here now with us to look at our extended forecast. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was outside after 9 p.m. Mass, and I was like literally blown back to my apartment because the winds were picking up. Things were fine just an hour ahead of time. So, like, Sean, what was going on last night?
Well, that huge Arctic cold front finally made its way through the St. Louis region. Temperatures dropped at 9 o'clock from 51 down to 37 by 10 o'clock. Winds gusted started around 10, 15 miles an hour, and then once that cold front moved through, we're gusting well over 35 miles an hour. So it was a big old Arctic cold front that moved through. And as you can see at the almanac today, those high temperatures were reached at midnight, early this morning, and continued to drop all the way down to 6 degrees here at St. Louis University, 9 degrees at Lambert. So at Lambert, that's a 50-degree change in temperature in a matter of 12 hours. So significant change in weather, and that puts us well below normal for this time of year. We should be at 41 for our high and 24 for our low. Looking ahead, if you're at the library already, as work has started to pile up in here, or as we start this semester, by 7 o'clock it'll be 11. We're starting to trend down near 0 degrees tonight. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning for classes, will be around 2 degrees. So as that strong cold front moved through last night, cold air started to filter in, and high pressure established itself off to our north and east. So we see clockwise rotations of the wind around this high pressure system. So that's bringing those winds from the northwest, continue to filter in that cold air, and allow those temperatures to drop very well near 0 tonight, and even negative in some regions around St. Louis. But as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, that high pressure system is going to shift off to our south. So with that clockwise rotation as well, we're going to see wind shift from the north all the way back down to the south by Wednesday and Thursday. So we're going to see much warmer air being returned here to the city. So we're going to see temperatures jump up again on Wednesday and into Thursday. So tonight, it's going to be mostly clear, and it's going to be darn frigid, 1 degree. But the good thing is that the winds are diminishing. They're only down into the maybe 5 to 8 mile per hour range. And tomorrow we'll see a lot of sunshine, but don't let that deceive you. 18 is our high for tomorrow. And then as we head into Wednesday, things are looking bright and warm, up to 33 on Wednesday and 40 on Thursday. And then we'll see our next chance at maybe a mix of rain and snow on Thursday, or Friday rather, into Friday night and early parts of Saturday. So we'll cool back down by the weekend, but at least midweek we will see temperatures get back above freezing.
Well, I think we'll cherish the middle of this week before we kind of slide back down, headed into the weekend. All right, thanks so much, Sean. Coming up next, we have Grammy highlights, and another Billiken is selected in the MLS draft. Stay with us. Welcome back. Daft Punk was one of the big winners last night at the Grammy Awards. The group took home the award for Best Album and Record of the Year for Get Lucky. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis were also named New Artists of the Year. The night was also highlighted by a performance by Jay-Z and Beyoncé. marriage ceremonies for 33 couples, an appearance by the surviving members of the Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr.
Glee fans lashed out last night after the annual memoriam tribute at the Grammy Awards. In the heartfelt tribute, Corey Monteith's name was spelled incorrectly. Monteith died in July of 2013 due to a combination of heroin and alcohol. Monteith was honored in the most recent season of the show as his character Finn Hudson's death was revealed. Writers plan to address his death again on the show in the future.
SLU's men's basketball team extended their winning streak to 12 last Wednesday as they escaped with a narrow win of 76-72 over Duquesne. The Billikens, overall 18-2 and 5-0 in conference, stay put at number 19 in the Associated Press poll this week as they prepare to host Richmond and A10 newcomer George Mason. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. on Wednesday against the Richmond Spiders and at 1:30 Saturday against George Mason at Chaifetz Arena.
Another member of St. Louis University's men's soccer team was selected in the MLS draft last week. Fifth-year senior midfielder Alex Sweeten was drafted in the third round Tuesday by the Philadelphia Union. Sweeten joins teammate Adnan Gabelajic as one of two Billikens drafted in this year's MLS draft. Gabelajic was selected in the second round by Sporting KC.
Well, that's great news for the soccer Billikens. And we have more sporting news this weekend, actually. It's a big weekend in New Jersey. It's the Super Bowl. Your team, Sean, is facing
Denver
off
Broncos
against the
going
Seahawks.
for their first Super Bowl victory since the good old days of John Elway in the late 90s. And one of the big stories leading up to it had been being it in New Jersey is the weather, how it will affect the game. So in the week leading up to now, they've been saying chance of snow, maybe really cold temperatures, but now the latest forecast is showing for about mid-30s by kickoff and trailing down into the lower 30s by the end of the game, but it's looking like mostly cloudy and no precipitation at this point. But as we know with weather, things can change, but as of right now, it's looking like it won't be affected by weather too much.
Yeah, and things here in St. Louis look to be getting better too after we kind of get over a hurdle tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. Get through tonight as those frigid temperatures will be present once again, down to 1 degree, and then we'll be back up to the upper teens tomorrow. It will be chilly on Tuesday night, but by Wednesday, back up above freezing, and heading into Thursday, up near 40 degrees. So once again, might be a short-lived warmth, but we'll stay right around freezing on Friday and into Saturday, but we do have that chance of some snow mixed with some rain. So might want to bring the umbrella with you as you walk to class on Friday.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen in a while. It's just been cold with nothing else.
Yeah. Well, back to the Super Bowl. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just happy the weather will be good for Bruno Mars. So.
There you go.
Well, that's our show for the night. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget, you can always get the latest movie reviews and news online at SLU-TV.slu.edu or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We will be back here next Monday at 6 p.m. Have a great week.